Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino, your favorite Cape Shit podcast. And do we have some Cape Shit for you today? I am Simian Jimmy, joined by my own Guardians of the Galaxy, starting with The Weekend Warrior.
Hello guys, what a great introduction there, Mr. Jiminy.
Now, if you were German and or Austrian and you were the Weekend Warrior, would you have to include vor in your content more often?
Clearly.
Obviously, yeah.
What are your thoughts on vor as it currently stands?
I think it's a
Whose phone is ringing? What the hell's going on over there?
Time for more vor weekend. Your alarm is telling you.
That's his girlfriend with the vor alarm going off.
I put an alarm, yeah.
Time for your 4 p.m. voring. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he's like, okay. Yeah, okay.
You're very lucky I paused because it's for this very important podcast.
Do the vor live on the air. It's fine by me. I honestly,
really?
Florian, what does vor mean? I know it's a meme, but I don't remember specifically what vor is, Florian Himsel.
Oh, it's vorophilia. It's when you're attracted to things being eaten, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think
there's
Hypocrite had that in the PCP. I remember her.
Really?
Well, I guess him at the time it was him posting a lot of that in the PCP Discord.
Dead pronouns.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
No, it's not dead pronouns. I'm referring to a time and place in history where it was a man who identified as a man. I have to respect that person, Florian.
That's a dead person. It's a dead man.
Wow. Suicide. And last, we have E. Rich McCoy.
Yeah. I love talking about vor because I want to torture all these animals and then I guess eat them. Is that what?
Which of the three of us would you rather digest, E. Rich?
Weekend Warrior. I like Thai food.
Whoa, Thai food.
I get it.
Naturally.
We have a rich Thai food culture here.
The problem with Thai food is I'm always getting unexpected sausage.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Wait a minute, I didn't order this sauce.
Yeah, what's this doing in my Thai dish? I guess I'll shove it in anyway. Oh, cream-filled sausage. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
How appropriate. Wow, this is such a great start to this.
We're going full James Gunn tweets today, folks.
I'm looking forward to the Superman who's making, like, cum and ass jokes and telling people to open the fucking door.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you guys think of Guardians 3? Florian, let's start with you.
Yeah, but it was as good as you'd expect, you know? I think it might be worse than the other two Guardians, but it's probably the best Marvel thing that's come out for a while. Even though I personally prefer Ant-Man, but you know that's an up.
You would prefer Ant-Man. A movie I have not seen, but know is not very good. And
You prefer the Ant-Man movie over this one?
Yeah.
Well, let's get a compare and contrast here, Florian. I really want to dissect your brain on this Cape shit here. What are the pros and cons to make one better than the other?
Well, for one, the raccoon is in a coma most of the time, so like that's already pretty lame. Even though it's like obviously emotionally important, but like we're still missing out on the raccoon most of the time. And then we got Gamora being like insane the entire time. And then, like, the other two are already insane, like Drax and the Slug Girl. So really, like, I kind of would have preferred there to be more character to it, but okay, I guess it's just me.
Yeah, I think on that note, if you look at the timeline of events, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, they take place, like, back-to-back, so very, short amount of time. Then we have Infinity War, and most of the Guardians are killed, and like Rocket Raccoon, hangs out for 5 years without most of them. And then in the third movie, he's immediately comatose and doesn't spend any time with any of them. I felt like there was a big disconnect. I feel like he has not seen these other characters in 6 fucking years.
Yeah,
well, it's also like fucking 5 years after that, even because it's essentially 14 years since the first Guardians movie.
But then Chris Pratt
is that right?
I think so, because like the Guardians movies themselves always took place at the beginning kind of the timeline. I think in like 2013 or 2014 or something. And then because the skip that happened in Endgame And then it's been a couple years even since then. So like, yeah, they're a long way away from 2014.
Well, they must have had a few months together because we already start off with Chris Pratt being like a total asshole to the raccoon. So I think
immediately before this, we would have to look at Thor 4. That's the last time we saw the Guardians, and I really don't remember what they did in that movie.
They were not good in that one. It was insane. Like,
they suck. They just left.
Was Chris Pratt already a raging alcoholic at that point?
Well, he was. They didn't have any character development. They just like told Thor that he was being annoying and that he should get lost. Like, why? Like, you just lost Gamora, now you want to get rid of Thor? God, it's a stupid writing. I hate Taika
Waititi.
Yeah.
If we do another Survivor Simulator like Heroes versus Villains, you better cast Taika for the villain tribe, Florian.
I guess we heard from this movie's press tour that James Gunn wasn't fond of all the writing choices they made for the Guardians in the Infinity War and Endgame movies. But I think Thor: Love and Thunder was a much worse outing for the Guardians than
the worst of them all, for sure. I love the Guardians in Infinity War, especially. I was always under the impression James Gunn wrote that dialogue for Infinity War. Did he not?
I think he wrote some of the dialogue, but I think like some of the situations they were in, he didn't approve of.
I remember him saying he didn't like that Star-Lord would shoot Gamora so easily. Which, she was begging him to do it.
Yeah.
I think he said he would shoot Gamora, but he would not like fuck with it by punching Thanos or whatever.
Well, that's the opposite end of the movie, Rich.
Wait, what?
He's shooting Gamora at the beginning of the movie, and then he punches Thanos and ruins the whole scheme like towards the end.
Yeah, I think James Gunn says he would not interfere in that way with Thanos.
Whatever. I mean, Star-Lord having an emotional breakdown and dooming the universe.
I never minded that. I thought that was entirely in character for him.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
Yeah.
And according to Doctor Strange, Star-Lord had to do that in order for them to eventually win. So, you know what? He is the hero.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just stopped it, you know? Doctor Strange could have just said, like, go away, Star-Lord, or whatever. Or maybe...
Yeah, it was all part of his plan. He saw the future. Weekend, what were you saying?
What I didn't like personally was that they didn't do anything with Drax for Infinity War, because they really set that up with him saying that he has to take care of the person who hired... What the fuck is the blue guy with the hammer's name again?
Oh,
Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah, he said that. They just dropped that plot point and made him some sort of lull character.
I could have sworn Drax's thing was that Thanos personally killed his family, right?
No, I think they changed it so that Ronan killed his family.
Oh, so why does he have a grudge against Thanos in the movie?
Thanos maybe gave Ronan the power to do it. I can't fucking remember how these movies...
And Ronan is so fucking trash. I don't know.
Well, that's the only villain James Gunn has fucked up.
Yeah,
I think Thanos gave Ronan one of the stones, and Ronan was going on a fucking murder spree. So he kind of says Thanos is responsible for that. So
and then Drax, his only chance to get vengeance for his family, he gets completely humiliated and turned into fucking cubes and silly string and shit.
Yeah,
pretty sad for Drax.
It's rough.
And then in this movie, can somebody explain his arc to me? At the end, he decides to go off on his own.
Oh yeah,
his family was killed. He finds a new family, and his arc is, I want to be alone. Erich, what am I missing?
Wait, I thought he was taking care of those kids. I thought
Drax just fucked off at the end.
No, he definitely took care of the kids. That's okay, I guess.
He did.
Oh, yeah. So he adopted the children, but he left the Guardians. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of weird because you can't take care of the kids with the Guardians because the Guardians attract villains all the time, I guess. But it's so.
But now there's a child who joined the Guardians at the very end.
Yeah, Phi-Lavelle. One of the Marvel characters.
Oh, that's a character.
Is she gonna be the next part of the Guardians now, and Drax is gone?
We'll see.
I did not stay through the credits. Who will return did it say at the end of the credits?
Star-Lord.
Legendary Star-Lord return.
Why not Rocket? It should have said Rocket will return.
Did you see the end credits scene with Rocket and Adam Warlock and that whole group?
When the little girl was part of it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
little
saw that
girl.
one, and then I left because I
Okay.
didn't want to sit through the rest of the credits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Well,
kind of
yeah,
agree with you,
never seen.
Monkey. That the actually what Mantis suddenly decided to leave. Of what's his face suddenly going? I guess I'm a
Star
dad
Lord,
now."
Drax,
That-
they all
kinda-
decide just to fuck off.
Yeah, it's like it feels like they could have gone with the Guardians, but James Gunn decided to go. Nah, no one's gonna fuck with my team, and he just like deleted the Guardians as they were. It really
Which,
felt
you know
like
what?
that.
You know what? He should. James Gunn has like done such a great job of like carving away his little section of the Marvel universe. I'm glad that a lot of his characters get to go their own way and do whatever the fuck he wants them to do, rather than being taken over by the Marvel machine. And
Oh, we don't have to
Churning out.
respect that. We'll just say all the kids died and Drax is now again a grieving father. Okay, it'll be perfect.
What are you? What are you?
Bring it back.
Florian, what are you? Taika Waititi with your script ideas?
Well, if it makes you feel better, Florian, I'm pretty sure the guy who plays Drax, Dave Bautista, he's pretty much
Dave
guaranteed
Bautista,
to be in all the new DC movies now. So you'll get him back.
Oh wow.
Not as Drax,
good, I
but
guess.
we've had like 6 fucking movies with Drax. I'm kind of over his jokes, even if they did update them a bit in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's
so
over.
annoying.
I want to talk about not the end of the movie, the actual movie that we saw, because I think it is a big referendum on the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Kevin Feige, and how making these movies is such a fucking awful, terrible process. Because the essential point of this movie is that the High Evolutionary, played by Chukwudi Iwuji or something, who was great in Peacemaker, is repeatedly tinkering with and genetically changing animals to make them more evolutionarily like people. And he destroys various drafts and versions of these things when they don't fit his vision of it, which is exactly how the fucking MCU movies are made. The VFX producers who make these movies do so many passes at the various stages of the movies, and then after one of those passes is deemed to not be right, they just throw that work away and start on other things, different things, because that's not the vision that whoever is in charge has, Kevin Feige, I guess. So this entire movie is about how awful that process is and how you should let different things or not quite right things flourish and do their own thing.
Big fucking disagree. We see what happens if the fucking directors get to do what they want with fucking Taika Waititi, okay? Let Feige do his goddamn thing, okay?
Nah.
Erich, in your metaphor here, so
Yeah,
if we have Rocket
yeah.
Raccoon, who is like, he's the legendary one of these experiments who somehow he can create things that even his creator cannot engender in his own mind. Like, he is the special one. Is James Gunn trying to say that in this horrible process of weeding out all these great ideas, I am the Rocket Raccoon. I am like the miracle genius who surpassed all the others and made this great trilogy of Guardians films?
Yeah, it's absolutely. Rocket is literally me for James Gunn.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know how you can say that when Rocket is comatose half the movie.
Well,
Like, wow,
in
big-
his
but
comatose, we get to see
entirely-
his flashback. So, like, most of the movie
I was
is
gonna
just
say-
Rocket.
It's
Whoa.
entirely a flashback
Yeah, but that's
retrieval method.
his backstory. You don't really get to see him do anything like actually. And the only input he has is to spare the fucking evolutionaries, which is so stupid. Like, you've been fighting to the death with his henchmen, but he's the one who gets to survive. Brilliant.
Well,
I
he
fucking
does not
love that.
survive.
doesn't
I mean,
survive.
they abandon
Well,
a
yeah.
paralyzed man on a spaceship that will explode in 2 minutes.
It's a Batman and Batman Begins situation
Well, that's even
where
more
I'm not
stupid.
going to kill you, but I don't have to save you.
No, but I agree with Florian, though. It was a shitty, stupid trope. I'm surprised James Gunn
bad.
let that slip out, because after we watched this flashback where this bad guy is, like, shooting 3 animals and murdering, Rocket's
Yeah.
friends, is there a single person in the audience who doesn't want to see Rocket fucking kill this guy? Like, scratching him up and shit? That was satisfying enough in the flashback, but I want to see, like, modern day, fucking kill him, dude! Obliterate his ass! But no, they do the shitty trope.
I think I think generally speaking in Hollywood, the idea is that like the revenge you go after is not going to sate what you're actually.
Of course, the Hollywood elites want to put that message on us because we know about the Epstein shit. Oh please! Oh no! Hollywood says, "Oh, revenge is bad. Don't get." Oh yeah, because we need revenge against you, motherfuckers. No shit.
Wow,
That's
you
pretty
got
funny.
personal drama there with the.
Yeah, I was flown out to Epstein's Island as a young boy, Florian. It's a very personal trauma.
Yeah,
Did you have like free companions with you also?
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Oh no, they killed Tom Hanks.
But it was Tom Hanks from Elvis. He was doing the Colonel the entire
Yeah,
time.
he was reading the script for the Pinocchio movie. He's gonna play the pedo, but they had to change it to Geppetto.
Holy shit.
Oh, guys! Oh my God! Oh, Erich, this just gave me a flashback to yesterday. I was watching The Sopranos, and I got to the episode where Tony Soprano realizes that his jokes are not funny, and his friends are only pretending to laugh at them. And it reminded me of all the times on this podcast where I made just a truly horrible joke and was met with complete silence. And it made me really appreciate you guys for being honest with me.
Honest! That's the thing! You can't beat it.
Anyway.
I don't remember us being silent at terrible jokes. Wow.
There have been many times on this show where I thought something was funny and then nobody said anything.
Florian, your birds were super loud before. You should get some crickets and just let the crickets like run around your house.
Oh
Yeah.
And then when Monkey tells a boring joke, you fucking like push them.
Yeah, put the mic up to the
Cricket
crickets
noises.
corner.
Well, I just need a soundboard, just really let you have audience boos and stuff for your bad jokes.
Yeah, we should do the ultimate chaotic podcast, and all four of us have our own soundboard that we can sound off whenever we want. Anyway,
All right,
God,
so
that'd
then
be so bad.
the new character in this movie is Adam Warlock, and I did not like the way they did Warlock. And he's been set up for fucking like 2 movies in a row, I think, for the Guardians movies. He was this like egg that the Sovereign had, and like in the comics, he's this like perfect being who's like really haughty and above everyone, and like telling everyone to go fuck themselves all the time. And in this, he's like a big baby, basically, just flying around, blasting people, and wanting his mommy. It's a very odd.
is that not the way to make that character archetype interesting, though? Is that he's supposed to be the perfect mold of this species, but he was born too early, so he's not fully developed. So he's like the powers of a Superman, but like the brain of a 6-year-old.
I guess maybe they just didn't do enough of it for me to like really get a handle on that. But
That's the impression
I
I
guess.
got from what he was trying to do. Did you guys get something else from Warlock?
Well, I like the fact that they did the fucking trope when they spare him, but it actually makes sense because he is shown to be like this stupid child, unlike the evolutionaries who is shown to be like
A
purposely
malicious retard.
towards animals. It's like
Yeah.
like it's nice that they saw that this guy could be redeemed, but then it was undermined by the fact that they tried to redeem the other guy as well. Well, yeah, he was fine, I guess. I mean,
Do you think when Rocket Raccoon spares the guy and he says everybody deserves a second chance, is that James Gunn, after getting canceled on Twitter, coming back to make this Kino movie?
for pedo tweets,
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, for
is
his
he
pedo
saying we should
tweets.
spare? Should we spare?
Well, definitely not in that case. If that's how he expresses that sentiment, then no. Yeah, save the villain who's killed the animals. Okay.
What if Tom Hanks wrote those tweets on James Gunn's account? He's innocent the whole
Whoa.
time.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Because they were meeting up at
That's a
Epstein's
flag.
Island when I was there.
What a twist.
Yeah, he stole his password on Epstein's Island. Wait, no, that's no better.
Yeah. I kind of like.
That's where you draw the line,
Adam
Florian?
Warlock. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Password
if he-
stealing?
No, I mean, he would have still had to be on Epstein's Island to have his password stolen. there,
Exactly. Yeah.
I guess they both were there. Uh-oh.
Oops.
What would he say then? Like, how did your password get? How did your passport get here, Mr. Hanks? Like, how would he explain that?
Damn.
I woke up and I was already here. Like, what's happening?
He was also patient zero for COVID, so Tom Hanks is like at the center of everything right now.
Damn.
Holy shit.
The secret
Wow.
history of Tom Hanks. God damn, that would have been interesting.
I'm pretty sure Alex Jones has already done that.
Oh, come on.
I think he has. But anyway, do we have more points on the Guardians?
Huh.
Yeah, I was very grateful in this movie that they did not have Gamora fall back in love with Peter
No.
Quill.
Yeah, I like that.
Did
I
that
like
break your heart,
that
Florian?
Gamora became their own thing. Yeah,
Well,
like
I
that.
hate how she was just a complete bitch the entire time, and then it doesn't even pay off with them falling in love. I mean, like, Jesus.
She was
They
just the
couldn't
version of herself from the beginning of the first movie, really.
have- Yeah,
Even in the-
but that version sucked. She only got slightly better when she fell in love, you know?
No,
I
I
did
think
like
that the
her-
romance is boring. I like all the women being bitches in this shit, other than Mantis, who was the ultimate waifu.
Yeah, when Gamora was like, she did the kill shot with the High Evolutionary. That was pretty badass. When she stabbed him and the guy was like, and then she noticed the mask was like, oh, it's a mask. Then he
And then she takes
tears it
his
off.
face off.
That was fucking based. Like, and
I
then
mean, that was alright, but like early on, she was like killing all these random people when they weren't even at war yet, and it's like,
Oh,
wow.
but I think Star-Lord had a subtle influence on her because instead of shooting the other girl in the head, she just shot her in the leg. When Star-Lord was like,
Right.
"What are you? What are you?" It's really subtle, or I don't even know if that was based on the idea. That's how I interpreted that scene. Like, oh, she didn't shoot the bitch.
Well, yeah, and she
then
eventually,
Uda
she's like
actually
risking herself
fell
to
for
save
it.
Rocket when the ship's being invaded.
Yeah.
Like, she has a whole arc in this movie, Florian.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
She just
sure
doesn't
does,
fall
but-
back in love. But she becomes a kind person and protects those people.
I mean, I feel like we're just not going to see her again because now she's going off with the fucking
Yeah, good.
scavengers.
Characters need to come to an end.
No.
Yeah.
it's
She's
fine.
gonna go. She's with Sylvester Stallone, and they're space rangers or pirates, whatever the fuck, and they're gonna go off and have adventures. That's a happy
No,
ending
yeah.
for Gamora.
The scavengers fucking suck. It's stupid, and they're not even
Ravagers.
good.
Ravagers.
Really, Ravagers. That's even worse.
Ravagers.
And they're like full-on pirates. I'm sure they rape and pillage. It's awful.
Guys, can we talk about the
Speaking
real
of Rape and
waifu
Pillage,
finally? I want to talk about
Mantis.
Mantis.
Wait. What? What about Mantis?
Dude, could you imagine if Mantis was your wife and she could, like, if you're feeling bad, she can just touch
She would
you and
read your
say,
mind
she could touch
and-
your head and say, come, and you'll start fucking jizzing in your pants? Dude, I need this woman.
But she always
Yeah, or-
makes other people fall in love with you, men, burly men.
Yeah, she
fall
can
in love
play
with
practical jokes, make a bouncer fall in love with the dude you went to the bar with. Why not? It's funny.
I think she's great. I think Palm Clementioff, or however you say your name, is a great performer, and like it's so fun to watch her with Drax. She has a great like brother sister like
Chemistry.
relationship
Yeah.
with him.
Now, this might be
I like
racist,
how
but was
she-
she in the original Suicide Squad?
Was she?
No.
No, that's
No, I don't
Katana.
think
That's a different Asian.
Oh my
Different
god,
Asian
bro.
actress, or she's like French Asian or
Oh,
something.
I knew she was in something, but I can't
As a-
remember what else I saw
As
her
a
in.
Thai person of color, I feel offended.
No, was she was she in Thunder Force?
I don't know.
She was in some superhero shit that we saw together Weekend. I think it was Thunder Force. If I'm wrong, I'm racist.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, good. She was like a bad guy's bodyguard or something.
Oh God, remember Thunder Force?
Oh yeah, she was. She was.
Yeah, who's racist
She's
now?
gonna be
Be
in Mission
rich?
Impossible. What?
I don't know.
I didn't see Thunder Force. Why would I watch that?
I asked you
Why?
woo's racist
Thunder
now.
Force.
I can't believe you didn't
oh.
see Thunder Force now.
Yeah, you're missing out. Go watch Thunder Force, everybody. That's our recommendation of the episode. Now that's
Yeah,
a real
it's a
superhero
great
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, skip
That's
Guardians
fucking
3
Kino.
and watch Thunder Force. Everidge, do you know what Thunder Force is?
Is it that like Netflix comedy with what's her name?
Well, you said comedy, so you're wrong.
In so many quotes, comedy.
No, it was hilarious. She ate the raw meat. Do you
Michelle-
remember? I'll never
What's her
get
name?
tired
What's the
of
fat
that.
woman's name?
Michelle
Amy?
McGonagall?
No.
No.
Okay.
Thunder Force, fat bitch. What's her name?
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
That's there.
Melissa, that's her name. yeah. I'm not gonna watch that.
It was good.
Monkey.
Yeah,
She's in
it's a good
Suicide
movie.
Squad. She's in Suicide Squad, but not the first one. She's in the James Gunn Suicide
She's in the
Squad.
new Suicide Squad.
Who is she
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the new Suicide Squad?
A dancer. She had a cameo.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm
I
still
would not
racist.
remember that.
You're still racist. Yeah. I did like when. Well, I did like when she was playing along with Drax, but she reveals it at the end. Like, I'm just playing around with you. I'm not really like stupid. I just like you around. I just like having you around because out of everyone here, you're not the one that has any self-loathing. That was
I love in these movies how acidic the characters are. They're like willing to call each other out all the fucking time. Nobody is ever like fully happy with one another. They're always just cutting each other down. It's like such a fun like back and forth in these movies.
Wow, the best.
I think the peak exchange for that, Irich, was in the dining room with the bat alien. That was like peak fun.
Yeah.
When Drax was trying to lie down in the couch and they're trying to have a normal conversation with the bat, and it keeps cutting around to them, and Nebula's like almost screaming her fucking head. It's so good.
Nebula's great. I love Karen Gillan. She's so pissed in this.
Nebula's so good here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Florian, after watching the trailer and seeing that girl get hit in the face with a ball 100 times, did you like it better in the context of the film?
Well, I guess I liked it very slightly better, but damn, fucking Drax, so stupid. Yeah, no mean bone in his body, right? Just assaults that little girl. Great.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? Like his thing at the end is that he can communicate with these children and like be their shepherd, but then earlier, like an hour earlier, he's hitting a girl in the face with a basketball or whatever.
I think he like doesn't know his own strength or something. He's like trying to pass it to her, but throws it right in her face. We also get the first F-bomb in this movie in the entire MCU.
Do you finally feel like your movies are mature and for adults, Rich?
I just think it's so funny to burn it on that. Where like they're trying to get into. He's like, open the fucking door.
Well, that's kind of James Gunn's like, fuck you to Marvel on his way out the door, right? Just literally throwing the word fuck into the movie.
Yeah.
Take it, censors, figure it out.
Can't be stopped.
Good luck playing this one on TNT 3 years from now, motherfucker.
I think there was like one time where someone was going to say shit and then they were cut off. Am I remembering that right?
Even
that happened a bunch in the Spider-Man movies.
Well, at the end of Infinity War, Nick Fury says motherfucker, but he gets cut off because he turns into dust.
Wow. I mean, I feel like he definitely wanted them to say something there, but then the censors insisted that at least that one be removed. But who knows?
I think Groot is the least good in this movie. I didn't even like Baby Groot all that much, but at least it seemed like that was like something different. In this one, he's just bigger, and it just doesn't. I don't give a shit about this Groot anymore.
Did you pick up on? I did not realize this until I read it on Twitter. But at the end, when Groot's speaking English, he's not actually speaking English. We're just hearing what they hear.
Oh, really?
Because they all speak Groot, and like Gamora, the whole movie's like, I don't understand what he's saying, and then when it's just the people who do, we can hear what he's saying.
Ah, okay.
Because at the end he says, "I love you guys."
Yeah,
I didn't consider that.
That didn't really hit for me.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but that's what somebody said online, so I believed it. Because I doubt he just randomly, because they didn't like react at all to him suddenly speaking English, so I assume we're just hearing the translation.
Well, I guess that means that the audience has now been with him so long that they understand him.
We are part of his family.
In the first one, does he say "we are Groot"?
Yes, he does.
That's the only change that's been made until this point. Okay, all right.
I mean, I guess he could say that in plain English. It does not break his rules or anything.
Isn't it revealed that Thor speaks Groot's language in one of the movies? In Infinity War or something?
Possibly.
Yeah, he spoke Groot. He like studied it in college, he said. I assume 3,000 years ago. When did Thor go to school?
I mean, you probably want to go to school a few times if you're going to be that old.
Yeah, no shit. What the hell?
All the benefits. Gotta keep it updated. But I guess, who knows?
Old man Thor is auditing your college course. Sitting in the back. Like when he's like all fat Thor with a giant beard.
Yeah, that's when he's most interested in learning.
Every community college has one. Fat Thor in the back corner, auditing the class.
Wow.
That's going to be you one day, Rich.
Oh, I'll take that.
That's the perfect future. Auditing
It's an
community
entire
class. And what were you saying, Rich? I'm sorry.
I just think that James Gunn has such a cool imagination. They go to like an organic station in this one, so like everything is like flesh and weird and fleshy, and like maybe they could do a little bit more with like them being sphincters and shit. Like everything should look like a butthole or something. But like, I just think that he's doing the craziest shit in what is essentially Disney movies. He's got like 3 or 4 like animals that have been tortured and like had fucked up things done to them, and 3 of them die in the movie. Like, he's just got such a weird, twisted like Disney movie thing. I saw somebody like asking for like a animated TV show of like the 4 fucked up animals.
What the
fuck that
fuck?
shit? Why are people like this? Stop. Leave the fucking movie
They want
to
a
be
TV
itself.
show about 4 genetically altered, like Sid's toys from Toy Story animals.
Yes.
Sitting in a cage, and it ends with them getting shot to death.
Yes.
You want that as a TV
I
show?
don't understand people.
Yeah, no,
They get fucking killed. You watch Dominion.
I mean,
It's so
that sounds
stupid, 'cause-
great.
I agree with you guys. And like in the tweet is worse. It's not even like continuing the story. The way they phrased it is like, that's such content right there. It's like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Yes.
Why are you like content brain motherfucker?
I want that person to die. I want them to
Guys.
have an aneurysm.
Like, face the reality, okay? There's fucking 12 episodes of the retarded animal babies, okay? People would eat this shit up, okay?
I
Yeah.
kind of agree. Like Muppet Babies, but with Guardians of the Galaxy.
But it's in
really
a
dark.
prison in space.
Yeah, it's just 12 episodes of them getting tortured.
Can I just
James
say-
Gunn, directed by James Gunn.
Whatever, like Australian guy that got to voice the walrus, your voice is infuriating, and don't do it anymore. Just stop talking, please. I could not stand that
Oh, what?
character.
You did not like the endearing, cute voice of Teeps?
Yeah, Teefs. Like that was the most cartoonish, like Saturday morning cartoon voice I've ever heard in one of these movies, and I wanted to rip my ears out.
I'm kind like, I did not like the like de-aged Bradley Cooper voice that they did. Whatever the fuck, it freaked me out. I did not like hearing.
I
that
assumed
was
they got
Bradley
like
Cooper?
I thought they got a different actor for that. That was just
Yeah,
his voice.
I swear to God, they just made Bradley Cooper sound younger. I like.
Oh my god.
That's nasty.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's weird, because like AI voices are so good that they'd be able to make him actually sound young in a good way, so I'm
mean-
surprised they didn't.
He just kind of pitched up the voice. It sounded like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just sounded pitched up
Yeah,
to me.
it's
Maybe
trashy.
he did a bit more of a younger sounding voice.
Oh no! Sean Gunn was for voicing young Rocket.
Oh really?
Cooper also voiced adolescent Rocket, while Noah Raskin voiced Baby Rocket. Oh, okay. Oh.
Mhm.
Well, who's racist now, E-Rich?
Racist against.
Against white men's voices.
Oh, did you like that the movie is implying that it's all about Rocket? The Guardians trilogy was really Rocket's saga of growing up.
It might as well be. I mean, I remember the only scene I remember from 2, and I've only seen it once, is Rocket crying while looking at fireworks. So it might as well be his movie.
I mean,
Actually, okay, so. Oh,
like
go ahead, Florian.
I said, like the Guardians are so stupid, like most of them. now, you guys reminded me that
Florian.
you reminded me that Groot exists. Jesus, he doesn't even talk. Like, there's like 3 actual characters in the Guardians, isn't there? So I guess it makes sense. That
No,
Rocket would
I
get his
disagree.
own thing.
I think
disagree,
Star-Lord,
yeah.
Gamora, Mantis, Drax, and Rocket are like 5 great characters.
Come on, Drax. It's just stupid all
Yeah.
the time. You
Drax-
can't
no, you're
convince me
just-
otherwise.
You
Just
missed
because he
no,
says
you
that
missed the
language.
whole fucking point of Mantis's speech to him, and it's really the theme of the movie. Florian, is that things don't
No,
need to
I
be
just
perfect.
don't- I
Imperfect
just don't buy
things
into
that are
it.
good at like one thing are very useful. Have you ever watched fucking One Piece? Okay, just because you would kick Usopp off the crew doesn't mean he hasn't saved their shit many times, Florian. You don't got to be perfect. Imperfect things can still be useful and create beautiful. That's the whole point of the film. You Austrian
Usopp
fuck!
is-
We're not all
Usopp
gonna
is
be
useless.
fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. We need variety.
That's objectively incorrect, Florian. Oh my god.
Listen to me. They're just gonna replace him with that other character, Sniper King. He's way better.
True. True.
I can't believe they keep him around. You know?
Sniper King.
Sniper King? Who the fuck is that?
He showed up at Annie's lobby.
King. Yeah.
At Annie's lobby, he showed up to help the Straw Hats when Usopp quit the crew.
Yeah, he's always there to save them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Unfortunately, he hasn't reappeared after the first half.
He's waiting for them at Laughdale.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, he's gonna be really important.
Shout out to the one guy in the comments who loses his shit when we talk about One Piece, and he's like, "Oh my god, please start the One Piece podcast right now!"
Yeah.
So shout out to that guy. I'm sorry we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, one day.
You'll get your One Piece content one day,
Yeah.
maybe.
And maybe we should do like one book in like half a year, huh?
Yeah, why not?
That's what Rusty Cage's strategy is for writing his comic book. I think is one chapter per year.
Wow.
Well, boys, we're hitting about the time when E. Rich needs to leave, so maybe we should do our final thoughts on this fine film. Would anybody say this is the best of the trilogy?
Certainly not.
Personally, I like 2 better, but this movie is still great. So it's like very small for me, like the difference. But I think 2 edges out on my family that as a Thai person, that as an Asian person, that really hits home. So I like the second movie a bit more.
For me, the second movie has high highs but very low lows because a lot of the Ravager comedy in that does not work for me at all. So I just spend a lot of that movie being like, God, I do not like the Taserface.
You don't like Taserface?
No, that shit just bores me.
Yeah.
So this is better than the second one to me. I think the first one is still overall my favorite. I'd have to revisit it. There's a fucking hallway fight scene in this that is so cool. They're playing in No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and like basically the camera is zooming around through different aspects of the Guardians fighting, and I just think it's Gunn like going absolutely crazy with it, and I'm glad to see it. Like this feels like a different like tier of Marvel movies than the ones we've been getting the last couple years.
Oh, big
so
time.
I'm just
they even
glad
got good CGI. Like, how the fuck did Gunn manage that? Did he he cracked the whip harder on those slaves or what?
He has a single solid idea of what he wants to do with his movies, so he can tell the visual effects person, like, people, this is what I want. With other directors, they don't have a solid idea, or Feige is like having them go through different revisions of things, and that's why nothing looks good at the end of the day. Like it's all bastard children that have been discarded, and then the last one that they got is so half effort on the visual effects team because they've done this 4 or 5 other times. It fucking it's a terrible system. Did
they just give them also more time to work on this movie? Because it's been about 6 years since the last Guardians.
And I know that he's like had a script ready for a while, so it's possible that they were able to like take a look at that and know what kind of action sequences they were gonna have to make. But it looks really good. I think it's really strong emotionally. I'd say the soundtrack is the least good in this movie out of all of them. A lot of the like record drops just felt kind of, I don't know, not as impactful.
Well, which movie had the better No Sleep Till Brooklyn record drop, Rich? This or the Mario Brothers?
Definitely this.
Oh, you didn't like that in the Mario movie?
I hated the fucking record drops in the Mario. Like, just because Mario came out
amazing.
Had games in the 80s, we have to play 80s pop hits? What the fuck?
I mean, you could always play 80s pop hits. What the hell's your point?
Yeah, it's called good music, Rich. Look it up.
Yeah, get with the times.
I don't need that kind of music to always be, but it's so much better if it is diegetic. That means that it takes place in the actual movie rather than like outside of the movie. There's just fucking pop music playing.
Did you see that in the Mario movie they got like the music guy, the composer, to do some beautiful original music for the sequence,
and then they threw it out.
Yeah,
they replaced it with Take On Me.
That's so stupid. Yeah.
Take On Me. What does that have to do with Donkey Kong? Nothing.
Mario or fucking Mario.
Completely confused in the theater watching it, and they just throw so many fucking great music callbacks away because pop music.
So retarded also, that decision. Because that remix, whatever that theme was pretty baller.
I don't know, Take On Me is a much better song in my opinion, and it reminded me of playing Mario as a child, so I think it's the better choice.
Are these movies just going to become... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Weekend.
No, it's just, Irich, isn't it weird to say that this feels like a proper fucking movie in a long time?
Yeah, it seems like we had
Ant-Man was great. You guys are all insane. Okay?
I have not seen Ant-Man. I'll see Ant-Man in 2 weeks or whenever it comes on Disney+.
Don't watch it, Irich. Oh my god.
This is a movie with actual character arcs, actual themes, actual, like, ideas for what crazy space shit we can show you. Oh, and the one thing that this does for the Guardians 2 movie is I like that they tie the High Evolutionary in with the Sovereign Gold people from the second movie, because I feel like Rocket going out of his way to fuck those people over makes a little bit more sense now because we know that they're somehow connected. Right. So like that kind of enhanced it for me.
Yeah, maybe the arm he stole belonged to a really bad guy too, huh? Come on.
Oh, in the first one. I think there's absolutely nothing they can do about this to fix it, but I think the biggest problem with this trilogy is that you cannot watch it as a trilogy, because between movie 2 and 3, like the most important shit, like all their character arcs that get fucking completely changed between movies.
Yeah, one of them completely resets.
Yeah, it becomes like a character that you'd have to watch a 4-hour of movie to understand why this character has changed. That's kind of rough for anybody wanting
just like comic books, where a big crossover happens and everyone gets fucked over. And then when you come back to the series, it's like, what? Nothing looks the same. What the fuck?
Which is why I keep seeing the debate of what's the best Marvel trilogy. And I feel like Iron Man, even with the Avengers movies in between, the Iron Man trilogy still is a cohesive story from beginning to end, as opposed to Guardians 3. You would be so fucking lost.
Avengers, though.
You'd be completely lost.
Avengers.
Oh, you wouldn't be.
I still get the context of, okay, he has PTSD. Like, that's all you need to know for Iron Man 3.
I guess they explain it enough in Iron Man 3.
You get flashbacks and shit. Like, Guardians 2 to Guardians 3, you would have no fucking clue what's going on.
No, he specifically says it all in the movie. Come on.
In the elevator scene when he recaps the whole movie, because otherwise
kind of
shit is illogical.
You have to do that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You know, I would cut that scene out. I hated that.
Well, you specifically said that you needed to be connected, so there you go. That scene ties it together.
Yeah, but that's like a desperate attempt.
I mean, not really. It's just what happened previously. Come on.
You like characters explaining the plot of movies for a full minute to you?
Well, what do you want? Do you want like an actual what happened previously where it shows the scenes? Would you want that?
I'm just saying there's nothing they can do about it. That's how I started this conversation, Florian.
I think it's fine how they did it.
Well, yeah, like go binge this trilogy without knowing the context of the other films and tell me it's a good trilogy, Florian.
I mean, I will probably one day. I don't know.
Yeah. Weekend,
go
ahead.
There's maybe three scenes. Sorry, I'm going to real quick say something. There's like 3 scenes in the movie that were so slapdash and quick and just trying to get information out that I don't think were particularly good. And I feel like James Gunn just had to have them in there just to like make the story work or happen. And I did not like those scenes, and it made me feel like maybe this is not going to be a good movie, especially near the beginning, but the movie gets so much better as it goes.
Yeah, once he can start doing his own thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just... Nah, it's fine. I forgot what I was going to say anyway, so...
Oh, sorry.
No, hey, Florian, you want to tell me where the fucking dog came from?
Oh yeah, Cosmo was okay, I was going to say.
Where did he come from? He's just was he just in the Christmas special? What the fuck?
She wasn't.
Yeah, I think he was in the Christmas special.
Yeah, where the hell did he come from?
I guess he was on the space station or something stupid.
Did you know that was
a boy in the comics, but she's a girl in the
Erich, I don't give a fuck about the gender of the dog.
Seriously.
But Florian, did you notice that was Borat's daughter?
Borat's daughter? Wow.
Yes, Maria Bakalova.
That's Borat's daughter.
I mean, she was fine, I guess. The character was a little annoying, but I guess she did a good voice.
No, that's her arc. She wanted to be called the good dog, and
Yeah.
she did. What a great story.
James Gunn does sometimes, in the effort to give every character an arc, will have like the most 2-sentence character arc stretched across the whole movie. Like, oh, you're a bad dog. No, I want to be a good dog. And then at the end, that's the fucking character. Oh, you finally got called a good dog.
Wow.
I thought they were going to do something with Kraglin and Cosmo. I thought Kraglin was going to drop the ball and realize that Cosmo would be better with the fin. But no, they made a badass Kraglin moment. But
Well, she wouldn't even
to be
need
bailed
it.
out. No, like she should use the arrow thing because
She
at
doesn't.
it.
She doesn't need it. She can already move things with her mind.
Yeah,
What
but
are
she
you
would
talking
still
about?
no, but she doesn't need the fin, but Kraglin goes, "Doggy, you're better at this than me. Use the arrow." I thought they were gonna do something like that.
No, she
but,
could use literally anything like the arrow.
no, but the arrow is like super powered thingy-mabob that kills everything.
Let's continue this autism
Did you not-
off the
okay,
air, and let's start doing some
let's
plugs,
wrap it
because
up,
Erich does have to leave the house. Erich, what would you like to
Yes.
plug?
Me?
Yeah, you go first, so
you can find me. Yeah, find me on Letterboxd at Revan1138 and on Twitter at TZARREVAN. Talk to me about how James Gunn is now in control of the DC universe, and he's going to make a great, crazy Superman movie.
And should they follow your new account at the Kino Circle?
Yes, that is actually my new alt,
On Twitter,
where I
yeah.
fuck with Kino Corner.
That's right. He gets what he has coming. A Weekend. What do you have coming out?
Okay, so the Harry Potter video is longer than I thought. So
Whoa.
Jesus.
no, it's the Hogwarts Legacy video, not
Yeah.
Harry Potter. It's tangentially related to it. So I'm releasing so the plan now is I'm gonna release some mini content before I release a big one. So to appease the algorithm, because
Oh, is that how it works?
No, I think no matter what you say, a 6-month hiatus does not look good. So I just want
That's
to.
actually bad.
So should I shit
just wanna-
post 2 low quality videos on Simian Jimmy before posting a real video just to stand a chance, or is that the strategy?
You gotta,
I think you should always post like something, even if it's.
you gotta
low
prime the
quality.
pump. You gotta let them know. Let them know you're coming.
It exists. I did a short, but YouTube fucked up, so I don't know what happened there. I did.
It's like when you say, "I'm gonna come" before you come.
Yeah. So
Well,
I have a
shit.
video on Redfall coming up, so watch out for that.
Hell yeah.
Weekend. Should we get together next weekend to do our Hobbit Battle of 5 Armies / you have to do a book report over Human Centipede, I think? Is that what?
Oh my god.
Wait, what? A book report?
Oh yeah,
Wait.
he's committed the grievous
Yeah,
sin of making us watch Stinkadink. So now he's gonna watch the Human Centipede too.
Stinky my dick. Stinky my
That's the
dick.
one.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Are you guys going to be ready for Hobbit next week? Should we do it next weekend?
Yeah, of course.
Can you give
I would
me
love to be on a Hobbit episode.
We're
Can you guys give me like a week more?
Yeah, we can do an
Because
extra week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling, so I think I want to be settled where I am before I can record.
Well, Erich, if you want to join us, we will be doing the Director's Extended Edition of Battle, the Hobbit, the Battle of 5 Armies.
Oh
So-
man, I will totally do
yeah.
that.
As not voted for by democracy, it got 2nd place, but still somehow Florian thinks we need to watch it, which is fine.
Oh, you can't change the process of voting halfway through. I
was
back
fair.
here-
I added all the votes from both polls, so it was fair, and I still won. But Florian
it's
threw
like
a hissy
getting-
fit.
It's like getting rid of the electoral college halfway through. Like I was in the swing states.
You know
okay?
what? You don't get to plug this episode then. You know what, bitch? Your plug is the poll.
Wow.
Veto, damn.
Just like
Rick.
Florian's mom in high school. It's all about the pole, baby. I'm saying your mom was a pole dancer in high school, Florian.
Yeah, I'm not rewarding this with a laugh.
That's fine.
that was-
Thank you, poker friends
Wow.
and the Sopranos.
Wow.
Bad monk.
Florian, what videos do you have coming out on anti-reviews?
I'm thinking of doing a harsh react to fucking Your Movie Sucks about how Mario movie sucks.
Are you gonna get offended that he called you a baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna get so offended, man. You're gonna see.
He does say at the end, if you get offended by being called a baby, then that probably means you are a baby, which is true.
Well, he uses worse words, so he's.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
don't take the bait. Don't take the bait.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking shit all over him.
Who cares if you're stupid? It's not even an insult at this point. I'd rather be stupid.
Would you?
Since when is being stupid bad?
It's pretty bad.
You so proud of being smart over there, Florian? Fuck. Just be dumb like me.
Yeah, has being smart made you happy?
No, there's no advantage to intelligence at all.
You're insane. Intelligent people get way more money.
The happiest people I know are dumb as shit.
That's not the question, Florian.
Who wants to be happy? That's such a low IQ pursuit to be happy, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't need that. No thanks.
Your high IQ pursuit is depression?
Yeah.
Like,
Florian,
No,
20 years from now, you will be cornered by a group of a ragtag bunch of misfits led by a raccoon or whatever the fuck is the equivalent in Austria, and they're gonna rebel against you as the high evolutionary or whatever the fuck.
That's what they call the leader of Austria.
The Führer. No, the ragtag bunch of misfits will rebel against the Führer.
Like, I'm gonna breed Mario movies until there's a master race of Mario movies. I'm gonna take over the world. You can't stop me.
A master race of Mario movies.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
iteration would be like a raccoon suit Mario.
All right. I have to go.
Bye, everybody.
I have to go. Goodbye.
Oh my God.